What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the Air Max Deluxe Skepta. As you guys can probably tell, I'm not in my usual studio, and that's because I'm actually in Dublin, which is crazy. The reason I'm in Dublin is because I'm filming an Irish commercial, which is also insane. I don't think I can give you guys the details yet, but believe me, as soon as I can, I'll let you guys know everything. But I've been lucky enough to be able to spend the last couple days exploring Dublin, which is a lot of fun because I actually have a lot of family up north in Northern Ireland, and I've been up there a bunch of times, but I've never really had a chance to spend like 3 or 4 days in Dublin. One thing I actually didn't expect was to buy any sneakers here, even though it makes sense because I'm a sneaker channel. You'd think that I'd always be looking to buy sneakers, but this trip I really wasn't planning to buy any. So as you guys can tell, I'm doubling down on the fun. You guys catch that? I did actually end up picking up a pair of sneakers from Size, which I had never actually been to in person, so it was cool to actually go to one of their stores. And I just saw the pair sitting in the window, so I had to pick it up, obviously. I don't have anywhere to put it in my luggage. I'm not gonna ship it back because that's stupid expensive. I genuinely do not know what I'm gonna do. Also, if I sound tired, it's because I've been jet lagged for the last 3 days. I've been trying to sleep at the right time and wake up at the right time, and all that's accomplished is that I'm just wiped out all the time. So that's awesome. But with all that being said, let's jump right into the sneaker. Oh, I just want to mention that the box it actually comes in is also very cool. From the front, it just looks like your standard Air Max box. You've got a matte black box with the Nike logo in gloss. But then when you turn to the side of the box, you also have that static print and some of the text that you find on the side of the sneaker as well. So that's a very cool little detail that I definitely appreciate. But actually getting into the sneaker itself, starting things off in the upper, you've got this black and white static print on top of neoprene. The text that you find on the lateral side of the toe actually says 12 p.m. June 8th, 2014. And that references the exact time that Skepta actually dropped his single, That's Not Me, which also inspires the rest of the design on the upper. On the medial side, you also have some text around the midfoot that says Never Sleep on Tour. As for the feel of the upper, this is my first Air Max Deluxe. I've never been a huge fan of the silhouette, and the neoprene feels fine. It's definitely a little bit stiffer than I expected, and it doesn't feel incredibly comfortable on foot. Let me take that back. It doesn't feel bad whatsoever. It's just a little bit stiffer than I expected. Also on the lateral side, you have these little black TPU accents, which are really hidden on this static print. They're like pressed into the grooves of the upper, and on this particular colorway, you just can't see them whatsoever. So I'm not sure why they added that detail. I'm assuming it's on the regular Air Max Deluxe, and so they just left it, but I have no idea. Around the tip of the toe, you've got this glossy black mudguard. Continuing up on the shoe, you've got this sparkly silver Nike swoosh. And just above that, you've got some more glossy black TPU that surrounds the eyelets. The laces, as you would expect, come in black and of course cover up the neoprene tongue, which also has the static print. At the top of the tongue, you've got this sort of dark silver rubber accent, which sort of has a shine as well. Moving inside the shoe, you've got this really interesting sort of plush black sock liner. Not something that I expected at all. It's got almost like a long velour sort of feel, or like even a teddy bear fur. It's definitely an interesting touch. The back of the tongue though just comes in your standard black mesh, nothing really special there. And then rounding off the inside of the shoe, you've got this really deep red insole with sort of this SK Air logo, which I'm assuming is Skepta Air or something to that effect. As for fit, the Air Max Deluxe Skepta does seem to fit true to size. I mean, for me, it was pretty much exactly true to size. I had no problems whatsoever, but as I usually suggest, if you have a chance to try on the shoe first before you buy it, or even the chance to try on an Air Max Deluxe before you buy this particular colorway, do that to make sure the sizing is right for you. Continuing back on the shoe, you've got another glossy black TPU accent. It's sort of like this rail that runs along the midfoot of the shoe, and it kind of reminds me of the Puma logo a little bit. I don't think that was intentional because they've also got a Nike swoosh on there, but it's that same sort of shape. I would assume that's for midfoot support, but it didn't seem to make too big of a difference. Let's be honest, no one's really gonna be wearing this shoe for performance. They're mainly gonna be wearing it for lifestyle wear, so I'm not too concerned by the performance details. As you continue back in the shoe, these glossy black TPU rails come together to form some sort of heel counter. Just above that, you've got this sort of sculpted foam accent in sort of a gunmetal gray. Definitely gives the shoe sort of an interesting, unique look. It almost kind of looks like a face a little bit, or like Kylo Ren's mask, I'm not sure. Actually, it looks exactly like that. And then rounding off the heel of the sneaker, you've got this 3M accent running down the center. Moving down the sneaker, you've got this matte black sculpted midsole. Leaning towards the medial side of the heel, you've also got this indented Nike swoosh, which I think is a nice touch. And then just below that, you've got your almost full-length Air unit. One detail I really like is that the pillars inside the Air unit come in the same sort of deep red that you find on the insole. I think it's this really nice sort of subtle touch of color. That actually might be my favorite part of this shoe. Finally, moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this black Air Max outsole with some red accents. And then rounding off the shoe, you've got this Skepta Air logo in pink and black. Overall, the Air Max Deluxe Skepta is a nice looking shoe. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not in love with this shoe, and the main reason I picked it up was to do a review. And you guys can hate on me for saying that all you want, but honestly, at the end of the day, this is my job. This is what I have to do, so I didn't actually really need to buy this. I'm not a huge Skepta fan. I thought Konnichiwa was dope, but that's really the only album of his I've listened to. The colorway is also pretty clean, and even though it's got sort of a crazy print on top of it, it is still a relatively subtle shoe. So because of that, it is gonna be pretty easy to rock with pretty much anything you wanna wear. Not only that, this shoe is also pretty comfortable, so if you're looking for a comfortable Air Max that reps your artist Skepta, this is a good way to go. This shoe dropped on September 8th for $190. Unfortunately, in Ireland, it was 190 euros, which is more than $190, so didn't make the best decision there. But with that being said, I'm not mad that I picked it up. That pretty much wraps up the video for today. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Air Max Deluxe Skepta and whether you're planning to pick up a pair for yourself or if you already did. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.